right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, but you know what? I got to start the music. So bear with me and we'll go run this first ad. Where you at? There it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for you to get out and nominate your favorite podcasts. There's a show I want you to consider for the People's Choice Podcast Awards. Writers and Illustrators of the Future podcast in 3 categories: education, storyteller and drama, and arts. For 5 years and with over 280 weekly episodes and 64 million plus downloads, the Writers and Illustrators of the Future podcast has provided advice and tips from international best-selling authors, world-class artists, contest judges and winners, and industry professionals. It is based on the world-famous Writers of the Future contest created in 1983 by L. Ron Hubbard to help the aspiring writer and artist no matter their age, race, ethnicity, or gender. It is dedicated to the future of storytelling and art by showing that it is never too late to start, and those who make it are those who never give up. We are all busy, but I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment and vote now. Go to podcastawards.com to nominate the Writers and Illustrators of the Future podcast in any or all 3 of the categories: education, storyteller drama, or art.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday night edition, Into the Night with me, Sean Kelly. Much love to you too, Cindy Simpson. Glad that you're on. I don't know. What an interesting week it's been. Like I said, a lot of political stuff. Come watch me on Friday nights on News on the Flip Side. We're at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The host is Joe Montaldo. And then I can tell you how I felt about this past week. Well, I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi, and for allowing me to give you my shows on Sunday night and Tuesday nights from 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. I don't know. I'm just feeling good tonight. You know, it is becoming Halloween soon, and they're going to come out with the old movies and the old B-rated movies, and I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Lon Chaney, Bela Lugosi, all them, and there's somebody just popped in, and oh my gosh, we're ready to go pretty soon. But I just want you to know that we're going to have a great show tonight. We're going to have a fun show. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the bio. Okay. If I can get to it. And of course, my phone. I don't know. There's something in here tonight that's making everything go kooky. Okay. Terror Night Theater. Joseph Ferreri, as a.k.a. Sebastian Sinister, is a horror host for the Terror Night Theater. Our show is a horror host variety show filmed in California, PA, and abroad. My staff and I created a unique show that airs on the streaming networks called the Monster Channel and YouTube. Our show consists of various segments such as B movies, our spooky Denzians, I think that's how you pronounce it, are placed into funny original skits. We have all the original music. We take you on a tour of Weird PA. We also have the guest interviews from movie and TV and movies. We have a house band, the X-Ray Dead. That's cool, man. I like that. My co-hosts and I make public appearances at numerous conventions and haunted attractions. We've begun to perform live shows in front of live audiences. If you're interested in contacting Terror Night Theater, you can contact me at jferreri at zoominternet.net. And I do have his phone number, but I'm not going to put it over the air. If you want it, just give me if you want to send me a message, and I'd be more than happy to send you the contact information. So I'm really excited about this tonight, and we got to get this show started. So without further ado, Terror Night Theater and Drusilla Darkley. Hello, guys, ladies. Good to see you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Oh gosh, are you from where are you from? Romania or something? Sounds like you got one of them Romanian accents.
Yes, Romania, Transylvania, and other various ensemble places. Yes.
Ah, pretty interesting. My man Squatchman. Hey, brother, good to see you. Hello, Mr. Sinister Man. And I'm sorry, I didn't get your other name, sir. The one in the left.
Super singing butler.
The super singing butler. So, this is like really interesting, and I'm all excited about it. So, tell me all about it. How did it start? Where'd you go? How'd you do it? And all that good stuff.
Well, first of all, Sebastian, I'm down in the garden, darling. The other hidden one that, we don't usually share with guests. But
welcome you, Sean. Drusilla is with us in the garden.
Okay.
Sarah and I are in the castle room. We welcome you to Vampirium Castle, home of Terror Night Theater.
Just wow. Tell me about this castle.
It's a very beautiful place that we have here. We came from Transylvania area, and because we love the name Pennsylvania, it sounds like home.
Okay, I can understand that. And Mr. Butler, what do you do there at the?
So I think it's probably keeping from running over the neighborhood.
Okay, so first of all, Heidi, hello, beautiful souls, much love from Boulder, Colorado, and she's getting her phone chargers charged up. But thank you for coming on the show. We met at Bloodfest down there at the Duda Farm, and I was real impressed with the singing butler, and I was real impressed with you, Mr. Sinister. And I'm glad that you wanted to come on my show. I have not met you, Drusilla, so this is the first time we're meeting.
yes, I've not had the pleasure. Thank you so much for having us.
So how many bodies do you have down there in that garden of yours?
Oh, we have many creatures creeping around. I can't count them all. Dead, undead, and otherwise. But we do so enjoy the castle.
Okay, and do you have a moat around the castle, Mr. Sinister?
We have a small one out back that covers that part of the castle.
Okay, and do you have alligators in there?
No, we don't tell anybody, but no alligators.
No alligators. Oh, okay. Oh, this is pretty interesting. So, how do you pick your movies to put on YouTube and on Monster TV? Is it
Monster Channel? Yes. We have to pick all our movies from the catalog of B movies that are on public domain.
okay?
We cannot use anything that's from Universal or the Hammer film.
Okay. And what is your favorite movie? The three of y'all. You can go.
Favorite movie?
It's like asking parents which of his children is his favorite.
Yes.
Well, which children is the favorite?
I love so many of the classic films, Dracula and Frankenstein. It feels like old home week to me then.
Yes. We do love the classics.
If I had to choose one, it would be William Castle's House on Haunted Hill.
Oh my God! Isn't that with what was his name?
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. That's right. I had the name right there, but there was just so many awesome actors back in that time. Bela Lugosi myself was my favorite. Very good actor. Lon Chaney is the Wolfman. So I guess with it Halloween coming up, you guys are going to start to get busy, aren't you?
Yes, and actually, I had the pleasure of meeting Bela's granddaughter. She was so lovely, and we interviewed her for our last episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
she was wonderful.
So, is she living in Romania, or?
I think she's living in another unusual place called California.
Oh, that California. Oh,
Yeah.
out there. That's very unusual out there. God only knows what horror films and horror castles they got out in that place. But GR and AR says Wiz is listening. Hey, Wiz. But yeah, I don't know. The old time shows really I'm drawn to. Ryan O'Shea. Terror Night Theater did great stuff at Creature Fest in Uniontown during their live show. How you doing, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? That's my friend, Ryan O'Shea. And that's a compliment to get one from Ryan. So tell us about the Creature Fest in Uniontown. What did you guys do?
Well, we had an invitation to go to Creature Fest, and we were in the AMC Theater, and they gave us one full theater to ourselves. And
Okay.
we did a live performance of what we do here at the castle. And we showed a B movie, but I think we did show
Carnival. We showed Carnival Souls.
We showed House on Haunted Hill too.
Yes.
And, we did some skits. We did some of our original music. And then, of course, we did some interviews that day as well. And, of course, at the end of the day, we also had our house band, the X-Ray Dead, perform their song.
Oh wow! How can people? I'm interested about your band. Talk about your band a little bit.
Play an interesting music. I would call that like a surf rock type.
Yes. Surfabilly. For a designation.
It does remind me of that young pup, Dick Dale, who was so lovely in the surf films.
Okay. I don't know. I like when I founded the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society back in 2006. Ryan was part of the group, and we did a lot of investigations down there in Uniontown. And you said that you were staying at the State Theater. You were working there.
The AMC Theater is at the mall, at the Uniontown Mall.
Oh, at the Uniontown Mall. Okay. Did you get the opportunity at night to go down and walk through the town of Uniontown?
We did not have the time.
No, but I grew up in Uniontown and lived there most of my life.
Right.
And I'm very familiar with the old Nut Mansion and
Okay.
the ghost in the State Theater that keeps turning the little signboard over so that it shows Ernie and his band, no matter how many times they reset it.
Okay. I had the opportunity and the privilege to bring Pittsburgh Paranormal Society down to the State Theater for an investigation, and I'm telling you what, that place is haunted as hell. It really is haunted. Hey, Joe Fox, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, And remember when Uniontown was doing their ghost walks?
Away.
What's that?
I said I must have been away from the town. I was in college for 4 years and wasn't around.
Okay. Well, Uniontown, what Uniontown does is that they have a ghost walk every like weekend before Halloween, and you've heard of the Marco's Restaurant, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's haunted too. That's where we worked out of. But enough of PPS. I want to know more about you guys. Drusilla, do you have the opportunity to pick out the movies that you share?
Oh, of course, we do speak about it quite a bit, and would say we take turns, and we discuss which one might make sense at the time, of year, for example. But we have
Mm-hmm.
very similar tastes. As I said, mine ends toward the classic, the older films, I suppose you would say. I like the black and white films personally.
Okay. My friend Grar I don't know how to pronounce it. I just spell it, brother. Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. He liked that one and just Frankenstein. I like those two, brother. Um, hey, Michelle, good to see you. Welcome to the show. If people are just joining, I got the cast and crew of Terror Night Theater, which shows on YouTube, and it's really really interesting because I'm just excited that you guys are here because when I met you down at Bloodfest, I was really excited. Yeah, I just felt the good energy between all of us down there, so it was like kind of good. Um, so
The
tell me a little
community
bit
has
about
been
it.
so kind.
What's that, Drusilla?
The community has been so kind to us.
Right, we're not bad here in Pennsylvania.
Of course not.
We're good people, people always. So tell me a little
I
bit.
just thought, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Little
That's
Shop
okay.
of Horrors. I was trying to think of the film that I'd love to show. Little Shop of Horrors, the original black and white. I'm very excited about the creature and all aspects of that film. I'd like to show it soon.
Well, you heard it, guys. This is what she wants to see. The Little Shop of Horrors. But I did not know there was a black and white one out on that. That's pretty
Oh,
interesting.
yes, my.
Oh gosh, shows you where I'm at. But so tell us a little bit more about you, Sinister Sebastian, and just around from you and all the way down to Drusilla. Tell us a little bit more. What got you into it, and what do you like about it, and all kinds of good stuff.
I've always been what they would call a monster kid from the 60s and 70s and 80s. We had a show called Killer Theater that was on Saturday nights.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on, and it was our horror host for our city of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Every Saturday night, he would have a couple of movies on. There would be all kind of skits. We'd go join the castle, and we would see many of his own little things there that he would perform. He would have guests on. And as time progressed, I did work at a haunted attractions for a number of years. Been a former songwriter as well. That's the reason why we can write our own music between myself, Cedric, and as usual, we'll be bringing Drusilla into that act as well. And we have a lot of interests. I think our interests are very closely related in sense honor. We like to perform. We like to entertain people. I think a lot of the fun is bringing back those home movies that we like to watch. Those are like watching old friends, of the cast.
Right. Okay. I totally agree with that.
First show is
We're having a hard time hearing you, brother.
year-old kid on Saturday afternoon in the state theater when they were 3 monster movies back to back. And in the middle of all the popcorn wars and track meets in the aisle and all of the other stuff that went along with those Saturday matinees. Then leave the theater right around supper time, just as it was getting dark, and have to walk home. As the twilight faded, and gradually you began to worry that you weren't going to make it back to your door before the sun went down.
Okay.
Those were the days, and we appeal to the nostalgia of people from the baby boomer generation and a little bit beyond. And we also provide, I guess, kind of a nostalgia or a nostalgic trip for younger people who didn't get to enjoy this in the 60s. That's what the show is all about.
Okay.
That since we are doing live performances, I would say we're bringing you back to the day of vaudeville.
Okay. Okay. Now, is there a lot of young kids getting involved with your show?
Number of kids that are
Yeah, we've had over 15,000 views of the shows on
That's
YouTube
good.
Monster Channel. The numbers are good, and from places as far away as Ireland and Sri Lanka.
I have a buddy here from Sri Lanka that comes on. He's a guest on my show all the time. Sri Lanka, there's some pretty good people over there. You know what I mean? How about you, Drusilla? Tell us all about you and what got you into it and all that good stuff.
Well, just as long as I've known Sebastian, these are things he's cared about. He talks about the 60s and 70s. He may not be talking about exactly the same century all of the time, but we've been together a long time. And I personally enjoyed the radio shows, the wonderful, creepy radio shows before, these types of things were on television. But I also really like Vampira. She wasn't on the air very long, about a year, but she had an amazing impact on the horror genre.
Uh, do you consider yourself Vampira since you're from Romania?
Oh, no, of course not. There is only one Vampira.
I don't know about that. I mean, you could be her sister. You look so close like each other, man.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Oh, I'm just, I call it as it is. Everybody who listens to my show, they call it as it is. They know I'm just being honest with you guys. But I don't know. I remember my son when he was young. Do you know the Leprechaun movies? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. He loved watching the Leprechaun, but he was so funny because every time he heard the music, he ran into the other room. You know what I mean? But he was like 7 or 8 years old, and he really got into Lon Chaney. He really, the old time horror movies. And I was kind of impressed with that, because I was used to watching them. But this little kid at 8 years old, right, was really hyped up for it. You know what I mean? And it just, every Halloween when he was young, he would ask if he could watch those shows. So what I think you got going on here is a great thing. Bringing back all the old movies, and entertaining people. I'm eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to make it to one of your live performances, and just check you guys out. Because I remember when we was at Bloodfest, right? You were playing a song for me on your good guitar, right? Yeah, you were. The Butler Man, and I was totally impressed with what you guys what you were playing on there.
Cedric is an amazing musician and writer, as Sebastian as well. Both, it's so talented. I'm more of an a cappella lady myself, but they are amazing musicians.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So, can you sing something for us in a cappella right now?
I don't know. I'm a bit shy.
You're shy.
Hmm.
Well, you don't need to be shy. Just do it. Just think there's 296,000 people watching the show tonight. So
No
Okay?
pressure at all.
No pressure at all. Now, if you don't
But
want to
I think
do it,
Cedric may have had something lined up, perhaps.
oh,
Yes,
really? Uh-oh, Cedric's breaking out the guitar. This is
Save
cool.
me, Cedric.
always sounds better when you tune it. The person who wants you for your blood. That person only wants you for your blood. And no matter how you try, they'll train you till you try. That person only wants you for your blood. And the zombies only want you for your brain. Jane. Zombies only want you for your brain. I don't mean to be unkind, but they don't love you for your mind. Zombies only want you for your brain. Werewolves only want to gnaw your bones, Jones. Werewolves only want to gnaw your bones. They'll bite
Oh,
you. Werewolves only want to gnaw
thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey, Roy White. Roy White's in the room, man. Mr. Roy White. Hey, good to see you, brother.
You'll see more of Cedric singing, and I will do a little acapella in the next show. So you'll see a little bit of everything. And Sebastian, as I said, has just a wonderful voice as well.
Sebastian, so do you guys, before you go on show or do your videos, do you guys do you go by a manuscript? Do you write out your manuscripts? How do you prepare yourself to film your shows?
Yes, we have skits that are written out. We also have the music obviously written out, but we work out through it. But much of it is actually ad lib. Even though there's room for the writing of the script, we still ad lib quite a bit of it. We play off of each other very well. Drusilla and I especially play off of each other very well.
Okay.
As a
And
husband and wife should.
it's a husband and wife show. So Drusilla's your wife.
Yes.
Ah, cool as hell. Well, I'm glad. That's nice to hear. But we're getting close to the 30-minute mark of my show. And so what I do is I run a little 70-second, maybe a minute 10 commercials. So people can go to the bathroom, light up a cigarette, do what you got to do. And I'm going to do that right now. Okay, guys? So stay in your seats and we'll be right back. And I'll play some video. Where are we at here? There we go. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the second half of my show, Into the Night, with me, Sean Kelly. I want to thank again UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi. Um, and I also would like to thank Carnation for sponsoring my show tonight. What don't you like, Joe? What do you hate? You hate the music? Hey, Z son, good to see you. Yeah, so I'm back with my guest tonight from the Terror Night Theater, the cast and the crew, Sinister. I'm sorry, Sebastian Sinister, and the Mr. Butler, and Mrs. Drusilla. Uh, and we just talked about that, about their show in a little bit, little recap. They have a little skit. They go to different places and they put on different shows. Um, with and how can people find your show? So they can get a comment. Find out what you actually do, Sebastian.
We have two shows. We are on the channel. Find us there when we have a new episode. And then we are on YouTube all the time. We have 2 episodes and the promo out on there right now.
Okay.
And if you want to see us live performing, we will be doing a live performance at the Beck Ringland Tavern on October 4th, which is in Scenery Hill. And it's right off of Route 40 heading towards Washington, PA.
Ah, cool. Now, whenever you do a live one, do you set up the screen to show movies, or is it just a skit?
Now, we'll be showing a movie as well.
You'll be showing the movie as well.
Yeah.
And also our criticism.
Do I hear ambulances in the back? Is there something going on here? Oh, it must be that search party for Frankenstein out in Romania, huh? Gotta be.
Yes.
But
The villagers do get restless.
I can see they are getting restless. In fact, there's about 2 or 3 spirits right behind you, Giselle. Just want you to know. Yeah. But
As long as they're friendly.
all spirits are friendly. It's just don't get them mad. That's all you got to do is don't get them mad.
And would you mind if I ask you more about what you do? Since we did not have the opportunity to meet before,
Okay.
I don't know a lot about what you do.
Okay. Well, first of all, I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A little borough called Dormont. I'm a meat cutter. I'm like a butcher for Shop and Save, and I've been doing that for about 25 years. And in 2006, I formed the paranormal group, the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society. And 2 years ago, I kind of retired the group. I was getting up there in age, and I had the group for about 18 years. And what happened was, I was just getting too old, staying out till 2, 3 in the morning, and going to work the next day at 8 in the morning. I just couldn't do it like I used to. But and then what really started was, for the last 5 years, I started, doing podcasts here on the United Public Radio Network, and I love it ever since. You know what I mean? I kind of really get into it. All the people that you see in my chat room tonight, they've been following me since the beginning, and I really enjoy it. Before I started podcasting, the only thing I really believed that was only paranormal was just ghost. Okay. But as we started, we talked to people who were big into the Bigfoot, UFO, aliens, all kinds of different things. So my show covers all that, from UFOs to aliens to cryptids to Bigfoot, ghosts, whatever. And you know what? One thing I knew what I needed to do was have an open mind about doing this show, doing this work. And I tell you what, I enjoy it. I really enjoy this. And I enjoy bringing guests on, such as yourself, you know. And so everybody can get into the spotlight. I believe everybody needs a break. Yeah, Roy White says, and kick ass haunted houses. Yes. You know what, Roy? Don't forget coming up in September, I do believe that we're going to do an investigation down the farm. So you three are welcome to come down if you want to do an investigation. I mean, we did one back in April and it was like really, really cold. But just I thought I'd remind you that, Roy. But that's me. That's me in a nutshell. I have a son. He lives out in Indianapolis, Indiana. He's got a good job, and he's got his own life. And so now I got 3 more years I can retire. 4 more years I can retire. And when I retire, I'm just going to go all over the United States, you know, and I'm going to travel because that's what I want to do, you know. And I love my show and I love my guest, and it's all good. Thank you for asking that question.
Of course, it's nice to hear that you're doing something that you feel is fulfilling. That's very
No, it is.
not easy to find something.
No, it isn't. It isn't. And this is really fulfilling to me, my show that I have. So,
Might I ask, is there anything since you were started doing the paranormal that surprised you that you did not expect to happen?
um, yeah, a couple ghost investigations. I got pushed, I got scratched, I got bit, you know, and and then I mean, I didn't egg them on. I was just like, what is it? I was just there, and I guess it was a bad spirit, and they didn't like me, so they pushed me, punched me, and kicked me and bit me. So that was about it. But every time I've done over 1,000 investigations, and you know what? I learned something every investigation. You know, do you guys investigate the paranormal?
So we don't investigate the paranormal per se because we are the paranormal sometimes.
I
But
can,
we do love to tell one another stories. For example, Sebastian tells me wonderful bedtime stories about Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and all parts beyond.
can you bring that closer, brother? Okay. Okay. Cool.
Well,
Weird.
tales from Weird PA, and we have
Weird.
to allow us to discuss some of the more interesting things that have happened around this area.
Please
Even
do.
where the town was located at, we have a cemetery here, several of them, but one that's called Union Cemetery. And
Mhm.
what happened was many years ago, they wanted to repair the tombstone. And they took all the tombstones out. Some were broken, some were destroyed, but they never took the bodies. So the cemetery has become a park with the bodies still beneath it, with no tombstone.
Oh, wow. Wow. Now, down in Connellsville, they
Yes.
built the library on top. They built the library on top of the cemetery. They were supposed to move all the bodies from where the cemetery was and move them to another place. But you know what? All they did, they took some bodies, but not all of them. Okay, and they actually built the Carnegie Library down in Connellsville on top of that cemetery. And we've invested that place a couple times, and it's like really haunted down there in that area right there.
To give a shout out to our makeup artists that we
Please
have.
do.
Our makeup artist, Jerry Gergley, and his students at the Tom Savini Makeup School here in Menneson, PA.
Oh,
We do a co-op with the school, and the students are absolutely fantastic. They
okay.
help us with makeup. They help us with a number of stuff. They're going to help us with building some of our sets as we go on. But Jerry Gergley has done my makeup that you see here on the map.
It looks great. It looks real. Have you ever met Tom Savini?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. He's, God bless him. What's that?
We are working to get Tom Savini on the show, as well as Greg Nicotero, and of course Lori Cardille.
Ah. So what do you guys think of Night of the Living Dead?
So I was 19 years old. I was in college at the time, and I thought that it was just grand fun. And it was
Mm-hmm.
the kind of movie that didn't have all the slick production. And it, my theory is that the best special effects cost less than $5, and that
Really?
movie is an example of it. Because if they cost less than $5, that means they have a lot of ingenuity, an awful lot of work, and a lot of originality to make them go. And that film exemplifies that rule.
How about you, Drusilla? What do you think of the movie? I'm sure you saw it in Romania.
Well, I think that filmmakers are very passionate, and I love to um, concentrate on the performances, I suppose. So
Mm-hmm.
that film, as well as many others, if I can find a character that I really care about what happens, I find that pretty fascinating. So yes, I did enjoy the film.
You
It
did
was
enjoy it?
it
Okay.
was scary. The basement scenes I thought were quite scary.
Yeah, that was intense. And I mean,
Yes.
George Romero, what a man. What a mind. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And just think that gentleman started the whole zombie outbreaks, all the zombie movies. And
And I guess I
how?
would say the other thing that the reporter, I enjoyed the performance of the reporter in that film.
Oh, Chili Billy,
Yes, of course.
Cardilli. Yeah, yeah.
He was wonderful.
Um, but what I liked the mostly about the movie was it, like you said earlier, it was just done like you got a bunch of people together and filming a movie. You know what I mean? And I thought, my gosh, what a trip, you know.
That's
And
become
what's that?
it's become a cult classic.
Yes, yes. So
I
the
was
And
going
other,
to say, I do think that we would be remiss in not mentioning our mundane director of Terror Night Theater, Jacob Young. He
Yes.
is an Emmy Award winning filmmaker, and he has brought his talent and his sense of humor as well to the
mhm.
castle.
So if I say, hey guys, I want to go visit the castle, can I come visit the castle?
Yes.
Ah, cool. And where's the castle located?
It's in California, PA.
California, PA. You near
Yes.
the university? You guys near the university? Okay, that's cool. But so somebody that wants to see, we got about 7 minutes left, and I have to let you guys go. Unfortunately, I have another show that starts in at 9:10. Not me, but another guy got his show going on. But if somebody wanted to start a Terror Night Theater, how would they go by doing that?
I spent I say probably over 2 years researching all of the horror hosts from 1950s all the way up, books and watching video clips and learning about all of the hosts, what they performed, what they did, how they did it. And then we spent a lot of time developing a format for the show because I had learned from one of the horror hosts, Son of Bull. He had said that he had put all of his efforts into the first episode. He didn't know what he was going to do for the second.
Right.
I made sure that we had plenty of content, plenty of videos that we record all our different guest interviews, such as we got Victoria Price recently and Daniel Roebuck as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we make sure that we stay within the format, and we have contributions coming. Honestly, Priscilla, Cedric, and myself are the main writers of the show. And then we have quite a bit of material that I don't think we're going to run out of things for quite a while, to be honest with
Okay. Um, so anybody that wants, go ahead. Sorry.
said the rule of thumb is that you always shoot 1/3 more content than you need. And
Okay.
then if you're making the next show, you've got something to use.
And if we also have one of our characters that's in costume and makeup, we try to film as many of their skits all in one day so that once we have it, and I'd say usually our filming takes about 6 hours in one day.
Okay. And how long's the show?
It's 1 hour and 59 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's
So somebody, do you take advertisement from people?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay. Good. Good. I don't know. It's been a very interesting show tonight. Um, I know we had some technical difficulties before the show started, you know, but I think it's working out great. You know what I mean? I really do. And I
The
don't know.
gremlins and the wire.
What's that, hon?
The gremlins and the wires.
Oh, a lot of gremlins. Lots of gremlins. And a lot of bats and a lot of like vampires and Frankensteins and all that kind of stuff.
There are bats flying about. I don't know if you can see, but it's rather dark. But
I
do
can hear
have-
them. I can hear them. You know,
I
so
will
how's the
check how
weather?
they're doing in the belfry.
So how's the weather over in Romania?
And
Drusilla,
then
it is
we're quite lovely at the castle.
Go ahead, Tom. Bob, I'm sorry. Sebastian.
it's about time to come into the castle now, my dear.
All right, dear.
Thank
I
you
just
so
wanted
much.
to check on the bats, and then I'll come in.
Drusilla, thank you very much for coming on. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you.
And hopefully around Halloween we can do this again. I would really, really enjoy it. How would people find out about you guys?
Check us out on the YouTube channel, Terror Night Theater. You can also check us on the Monster channel with new episodes.
Okay, I'm going to type that in.
On Facebook, we have a Facebook page, and currently we are working on a website as well. And if you're out and about, check out any of the haunted attractions or any of the shows like Monster Bash, Living Dead Show, Horror Realm. We make our appearances at all these places.
Awesome. And I'm definitely going to give it a shot to try to see you guys live in person, you know. But
and
again,
thank you so much to your audience. I'd love to say,
I
without
have
them, the conversation would not have happened.
so true. And I'll tell you what, I have the best audience. Honest to God, I got the best, you know, in the world. No one can touch them. Z Sun Dragon says, great show and guest. Thank you, Z. I appreciate that. You know, and we're definitely going to have him on again, Z, hopefully in October sometime. And, you know, bring some food from Romania there, Drusilla, please. I'd like to have some Romanian food. That's not bad at all. But listen, thank you again for being on tonight. Hey, Heidi. That's okay, hon. I'll talk to you soon. Heidi's phone died, so she's back. But
Sean, you are most welcome to come and visit us at the castle.
I would love to. Can you send me a message and send me the address to the castle, please?
We will certainly do so.
Oh, wow. Cindy Simpson said, amazing show. She appreciates you.
So
Yeah.
kind.
Good.
And so you guys, thank you again. We'll have you back on sometime in October and maybe get you on a Tuesday night. Okay?
And have a mysterious evening, everyone.
Thank you, hon. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Wow, awesome show. I'm really glad that I got to get the Terror Night Theater people on tonight. We did have a little bit of problem at the beginning, and but you know what? It just worked out. I mean, everything worked out like 30 seconds before the show. You know what I mean? And I want to thank everybody who's stopping in and listen to the show. Z, Cindy, Heidi, everybody, for coming in this Tuesday. I'm still waiting to hear back from my guest. I haven't heard back from her yet. So I'm just in case I don't hear from her, I'm working on something. So just come on Tuesday night, same time, 8:10, 9:10, and enjoy the show. Children, if you can, please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents, and if you have no children, okay, find somebody and give them a hug and tell them that you love them. Because those 3 words, I love you, go a long, long way. And on that note, good night. See you Tuesday night.